feel-good breakfast show.
Another delicious recipe brought to you by Selati Sugar. Always good, always sweet.
Welcome back. You're tuning into your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Espresso only on SABC3 in the Espresso kitchen right now with the lovely Katelyn Williams. And whenever Katelyn steps in the kitchen, we know that something good is about to happen. It's all about baking on a budget this morning. How are you, Katelyn?
Very well, thank you.
Cool.
I think at this stage of the month, we've all got a bit more month than money left, right?
No, we can feel it. Yeah, for sure.
It feels like January's like 42 weeks long.
I know, it's a long month. It's a long month. Technically, it should be the end already, but it's not. It's just the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that shouldn't stop you from baking because, you know, not everything has to have expensive ingredients and be uberly indulgent. This is one of my favorite sort of budget recipes, and it's quite nice to kind of add things, take things out, and be creative with it. They're great for kids' lunchboxes because kids are going to go back to school soon.
That's it.
So you start with some butter or margarine, whatever you have in your fridge. The idea here is that all these ingredients you probably already have in your house. So,
that's it.
So we're going to cream some butter. This is nice and soft.
All right.
Just going to cream that, and then we're going to add the Selati white sugar, because that's generally what most people have in their kitchens.
Yeah, okay.
You could use brown if you have brown as well. Caster if you have the caster snow.
All right, so once again, like you said earlier, you can experiment.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, as long as you keep the ratios the same.
That's it.
It's a really, really nice sort of general cookie recipe to have.
General cookie recipe,
And then you're going to add 1 egg.
All right, so we're going to go egg in there, which most people have in the house as well.
Exactly. And then our flour. You can actually add a little bit of vanilla. You could leave this out if you don't have vanilla. It's not a trace
No, you can't leave that out. This is a must, right? Vanilla, no, it's amazing. Okay.
And then some flour. Okay, this is just normal cake flour that you have in your cupboard.
All right, all of it?
Yep, and if you don't have a mixer, you can do this by hand as well.
Okay, so you're making it really easy for us as well.
Yeah. And then this is the part where you can kind of get flexible. I'm just going to take this out. Okay?
So this is the basic kind of, the foundation that you will build your cluster on.
Yeah, this is kind of like the bricks of the house. And then we're going to add raisins. I know a lot of people don't like raisins, but you can add, if you've got dried fruit lying around in the cupboard, nuts,
I like
chocolate
raisins
chips.
just like this, but choc chips I would go for. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, raisins are packed with iron, so they're quite good. And then for a bit of crunch, some cereal. So Rice Krispies, muesli, bran flakes, whatever you have lying around, even if it's slightly stale, they'll be good in cookies because they're going to bake again.
Exactly.
And then just mix that around. And then we're going to roll these in little balls and drop them on a lined baking sheet. This one's got silicone on.
Okay.
So you can make them as big as you want or as small as you want.
Yeah, and then coat them in another
Giant
layer.
cookies are always so much fun. I love that. You make them the size of your face.
You can make one big giant cornflake cluster.
Cluster?
Cluster.
No. Okay, so you're just going to make balls like this. It's quite soft, but it's like a nice, short, kind of chewy cookie. And then you're going to bake them at 180 degrees for about 10 to 15 minutes, obviously depending how big you've made them. So like, the bigger, the longer they're going to bake.
So once you start them, you kind of keep them the same size.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Not like me.
No, that's not going to work, right? But if you would like to make your very own cornflake clusters like we are doing this morning, it's all about baking on a budget with ingredients that you have in your cupboard, most likely. SMS the keyword Selati to 33728. That's Selati to 33728. We'll send you a shopping list and also add a link to the recipe that you can go follow. Those SMSs cost R1.50. Okay.
And these will come out, I mean, a batch of these will cost you, I mean, if you went out and bought the ingredients, it costs you about like 12 to 15 Rand to make, and work that out per cookie if you're going to make 24 cookies. And I mean, you can pop these in lunchboxes, you can have them on the counter for a snack.
Perfect.
There we go.
All right.
Just like that.
You can finish off a couple more there while we go to a quick look at how we made it once again.
Cream butter and sugar. Beat in egg and vanilla. Stir in cornflakes, raisins and flour. Roll into balls, then into crushed cereal. Place onto baking tray, then bake at 180 degrees for 12 minutes. For the full recipe, visit Espresso Morning Show Facebook page or log on to expressoshow.com. SMS the keyword Selati to 33728 to receive the shopping list on your phone. Click on the link provided to view the recipe on our Mobi site. SMSs cost R1.50. No free SMSs. T's and C's apply.
And there you have it, cornflake clusters. That keyword Selati to 33728. Selati to 33728 will send you everything you need to know to make these beautiful, cheap little snacks. Perfect for lunchboxes. Oh, look at you. You're sharing one with me. Oh, isn't she just the greatest?
You gotta watch the figure.
Especially after the festive season, exactly. 33728 is the number and Selati is the keyword. Try this, very, very cool. Now, it's been all about social media, Instagram on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Best believe these guys are going to make it to our Instagram and Facebook accounts this morning. But we are about to say goodbye, but not before we get to take a look at your espresso selfies.